Kennedy wiped down the counter of the Nebula Diner for the third time that hour, her eyes constantly flickering to booth 7. The Dragon Boss sat there, a massive draconid with emerald scales that shimmered under the neon lights casually, sipping his synth coffee as if he didn't have a price on his head that could buy a small moon. She'd worked the station's roughest diner for 2 years now, and she'd learned to read trouble. The 3 Krell mercenaries who'd entered 10 minutes ago, they were trouble. Their hands kept drifting to their plasma holsters, and their compound eyes never left the Dragon Boss. Adam, her co-worker and the only other human on this forsaken station, nudged her from the kitchen window. "Ken, we should stay out of it." "I know," she muttered, but her hands were already moving. The Dragon Boss she'd heard others call him, Scareth, had been coming to the diner every cycle for the past month. He always left a generous tip, never caused trouble, and once helped her carry supplies when the gravlift broke in the outer rim that made him practically family. Kennedy grabbed the payment tablet and walked to booth 7, her heart hammering against her ribs. Humans weren't supposed to interfere in alien business. Humans were supposed to keep their heads down, serve the food, and survive. That's what 2 centuries of being the galaxy's newest species had taught them. But Kennedy had never been good at following rules. "Your bill, sir," she said, placing the tablet in front of the draconid. Looked up, his golden eyes meeting hers. Intelligence gleamed there, ancient and calculating. He glanced at the tablet, then froze. Kennedy had scrawled a message across the payment screen. "Armed alien after you. Deal gone wrong. Leave now." Scareth's eyes widened fractionally. He looked at Kennedy, then at the Krell mercenaries trying too hard to look casual near the entrance. His clawed hand moved toward his coat, probably for a weapon. "Don't," Kennedy whispered urgently. "3 of them. You won't make it." Kitchen exit, through the back wire. Scareth's voice was a low rumble, like distant thunder. "Why warn me, human?" Kennedy shrugged. "You tip well." Adam appeared beside her, carrying a tray of dishes. "And you helped fix our gravlift," he added quietly. "Humans remember kindness." For a moment Scareth stared at them both. Then something unexpected happened. The feared Dragon Boss smiled, revealing rows of sharp teeth. "Your species continues to surprise me." He stood slowly, leaving a credit chip on the table worth more than Kennedy made in a month. The back exit. Through the kitchen, past the freezer, left corridor, Adam said, his voice steady despite his pale face, "leads to the cargo bays." The Krell were moving now, hands reaching for weapons. Kennedy's training kicked in, the training every human received before leaving Earth. Humans were weak. Humans were small, but humans were clever. She grabbed a pot of boiling coffee and turned, stumbling deliberately into the lead Krell. The scalding liquid splashed across his armor and face. He screamed, a horrible clicking sound, and chaos erupted. "Go!" Kennedy shouted at Scareth. The Dragon Boss didn't hesitate. He moved with surprising speed for his size, disappearing into the kitchen. Adam was already there, sealing the door behind him. The Krell recovered quickly, but Kennedy was faster. She hit the emergency button under the counter, the one connected to station security. Alarms blared. "You foolish human." The lead Krell grabbed her by the collar, lifting her off the ground. His mandibles clicked with rage. "You've interfered in syndicate business." "Actually," Kennedy gasped, "I'm pretty sure assaulting a service worker violates Station Code 7B. That's a Class 3 offense." The Krell's eyes widened as station security, heavily armed Zentari enforcers, burst through the entrance, weapons drawn. "Drop the human," the lead enforcer commanded. Kennedy hit the ground hard as the Krell released her. Within moments, all 3 mercenaries were in restraints, clicking and hissing their protests. The Zentari captain approached Kennedy, his blue skin flickering with concern. "Are you injured?" "Nothing broken," Kennedy replied, rubbing her throat. "They were here to cause trouble." The captain nodded. "We've been tracking these Krell Syndicate enforcers. There's been a warrant out for them for 3 cycles." He paused, his antenna twitching. "Did they mention anyone else?" "No, sir," Kennedy lied smoothly. "Just came in looking for a fight." Adam appeared from the kitchen, his expression carefully neutral. "Terrible customers, didn't even order anything." The captain looked between them, clearly suspicious, but ultimately nodded. "Very well, we'll need statements from both of you." 2 hours later, after the statements were filed and the diner closed for cleaning, Kennedy found a package outside the back door. Inside was a data chip and a note written in precise Draconid script. "Humans are remarkable, not because of strength or technology, but because you choose kindness when others choose indifference. The galaxy forgets this at its peril." The data chip contained coordinates and an access code, safe passage through Dragon territory, Valid for life. Adam read over her shoulder and whistled. Well, that's going to come in handy. Kennedy pocketed the chip, a small smile playing on her lips. Told you he tipped well. As they locked up the diner, Kennedy looked out at the station's viewport, at the thousands of ships and the millions of species that called the Outer Rim home. Humans were still the newcomers, still underestimated, still considered weak, but they were also learning that in a galaxy full of power and violence, sometimes the most dangerous weapon was simple human decency, and sometimes that was enough to change everything.